Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Cass. If you're new, I talk all about DIY budget-friendly content creation to enhance your brand, business, or just enhance your content in general, you guys. And today's video is a little bit different because as y'all see, I'm sitting down. We're just gonna relax. We're gonna chit chat and talk about how to build a beginner photographer kit for under $500. Let's get it. So I did some math, and I'm not really a math person, but for y'all, I did some math and I tried to figure out how I could build the best beginner photographer kit, low budget, under $500, which is pretty good for a beginner photographer kit if you want to get like a DSLR, a really nice camera, and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to give you guys some options. You can build the package however you want. I'll give you different ideas of how to build your kit, but if you ultimately want everything in that kit that I mentioned, then you will probably stay on the low end of the budget for each item. So the first important thing for any new photographer is the camera. I have several different cameras in front of me right now. We have the Canon Rebel T3i. This was actually my first official camera that I ever got for my 16th birthday. So this is a vintage one, but I had it all the way up until college, so this camera really held it down. I love the little flip out screen. It's a pretty decently priced camera. We have the 70D, which you guys see me using all of the time. That's what I shoot on now. I also have this one, the T7i, I believe, also known as the 800D. I actually have not used this one yet, so I need to play around with it. I'm really interested to see what it can do, but it also has a pretty nice flip out screen, nice sturdy body, all that good stuff. And then, you know, I was a little biased on Canon right there, so I also have my Sony I always forget which one this is. Mine, I want to say A5000. Yeah, I believe this is the Sony A5000. I used to use it as a vlogging camera, but it does take extremely good photos. So let's talk. Let's chat. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important one of all, your phone. So when you're buying your camera, you guys, I suggest you only buy the camera body. So that means, as you see here, a DSLR has a body, which is the camera, and a lens, which is this little twisty baby on top of here. So if I were to press this button here and unscrew my lens, we don't have a lens on here. This is the body, this is the lens. So typically, sometimes cameras will come with a kit lens with about 18 to 55 millimeters, which is a really good lens to shoot off of. It's excellent. But if you just buy a camera body, then it's going to be a lot cheaper than buying the camera with the lens. Also, getting a used camera. I was always someone who was iffy about used and this and that, but I actually got my Canon 70D used on eBay, and it is excellent. It has carried me through for a couple years now, maybe a few years now. Yeah, a few years now. Dang, time is flying by. It has carried me through for a few years now, you guys, and it is doing excellent. And I just bought the body, and it was so much cheaper than actually getting a full-out Canon 70D. I definitely suggest you guys looking for someone who is credible. If I can find who I bought this Canon 70D from on eBay, I'll link them below. A lot of camera shops, a lot of reliable camera shops such as Adorama, B&H, they actually sell some used equipment, some used cameras. So if you really want someone you can rely on, you can also look at a lot of the camera shops and see what used cameras that they have, you guys. But used cameras are excellent. They typically last you for a long time. They typically are good as new. They've been refurbished, and if you just buy the body, then it's a lot cheaper. If you guys get about like a Canon T3i body used, you can get that for around $100 to $200. You guys could get the body of a camera. The T3i is a really good entry level camera, or if you get any of the Canon Rebel cameras, those are great entry level, especially because they do have that flip out screen. They have all the manual shooting options that you need as a beginner photographer, so I would suggest staying in that range. Same thing with this Canon camera. This is actually a mirrorless camera, but I can still remove this lens if it's not stuck. There we go. And I have my Sony body and my Sony lens. So that was the camera, you guys. You want to buy the camera body and you want to buy it used from a reliable person. The next thing, you guys, is the lens. You bought the body, it came, but you're like, Cass, I can't shoot. because there's no lens. So the reason I suggest that you get the body without the lens is because even though the kit lens isn't bad and it's a great way to start off, so I definitely, you know, suggest if you want to get the kit lens, that's totally fine. But there's better lenses out there and they're not too expensive. So when it comes to buying lenses, you guys, lenses are really what make the photo more extraordinary. So when you're looking at photos taken on the same camera but with different lenses, you see a huge difference. If I took a picture with the kit lens on my T3i and then I switched over to this 50mm lens, you're going to see a huge difference in the quality of photo, and you're probably going to think it's a much higher quality camera when it's really just the lens. So this lens is very popular, very famous amongst photographers. It's called the Nifty 50. Basically it's the 50mm Canon lens. You can get it from Best Buy. I believe I got this one from Best Buy. It's a really affordable lens. It's about $126, $130, but it's a really affordable lens and it's an excellent lens. If you want that out of focus background, if you want to take portrait shots, all of that good stuff, then this lens is perfect for that. You can screw it on your Canon 70D, your Canon T3i, whatever camera body that you end up getting and can afford. This is a perfect lens to start off with, especially if you're doing portrait photography. Highly suggest this baby. Another awesome lens if you're doing more wide shots, you want to be more creative, get more wide angles like me. I do get a lot of wide angles, or if you want to shoot landscape maybe, or anything that you want to shoot wider, another great lens is the Canon 10 to 18mm lens. That's the lens I have on this Canon 70D right here. You guys see me shoot with this a lot when I'm doing my vlogs. A 10 to 18mm is a really wide lens. That's why I say it's really great if you're trying to shoot like landscape, or if you're trying to make someone look a lot taller, a little distorted, trying to be a bit more creative with wide angle, then this camera lens is perfect for that. Since it is 10 to 18, it is considered a telephoto lens, so you can zoom in a little bit with that. Unlike the 50mm, it's only 1mm focal length. I don't know, I forgot the word, man. I can't remember the word, but basically this lens, you can zoom in a little bit. And that lens is a little bit higher range. That's about $200. I mentioned 2 Canon lenses, but there's actually companies such as Samyang, Tamron, I think it's called. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, and Sigma, who create really nice lenses, which are a bit more affordable than the actual lenses that come straight from the company. And you can buy lenses from them as well. I'm using a Sigma 18 to 200mm to film this video right now, and it's doing an excellent job. This is just an example of not necessarily buying a Canon lens for a Canon camera. You can go out of the Canon brand and buy a lens from another company, still get really great quality video, but the lens will probably be a little bit cheaper than that company's version of it. So you have purchased your used camera body, you've decided what lens you're going to get for it. Instead of the kit lens, you want to get an actual lens outside of the kit lens so your photos can look really excellent off bat. So next up, we're going to talk about lighting. That might be the next thing you're thinking about, especially if you're shooting in a studio. If you're shooting in a studio, the number one thing I suggest is softbox lighting. If you guys watch my how to light your indoor studio shoot video, you did see me use softbox lighting. You guys see me use softbox lighting a lot if I shoot in my bedroom home studio. But you can get some really nice affordable softboxes, you guys. When I bought mine, it came in a kit with 3 different softboxes, and you can get really affordable, nice softbox lights for your studio for about $70. I saw some on Walmart, I've seen them on Amazon. So just find somewhere that come with a package of lights. Sometimes they even come with the backdrop for you, but those are typically in the range of $70 to $100 for your lighting and your backdrop. Now, if you're shooting more on the go, maybe you're shooting at night, you're not necessarily shooting in a studio, but you just want to have light just in case, and you don't want to use the camera flash because it does take a while to load sometimes on the flash if you're taking a lot of photos back to back, then you might want to invest in a portable light. I have this portable light here that I use a lot. I use it in my how to make a music video. We use this to shoot outside, and it pretty much lit up the whole music video on its own. This is very compact, and it actually doubles as a phone charger, which is pretty cool as well. This is the PHOTTIX M180 LED light. This little thing screws onto it, and then it can attach right onto the top of my camera. So I'll just slide it onto the camera, turn this screw, and it's now attached. And then from there's some buttons on the side. I would just press and hold. It would turn on for me, and then from there I can control the percentage of light. If it's too bright, I can control the light temperature. I can make it a bit more warmer, a bit more blue, but that's kind of how that works. So if you guys are shooting outside and you want kind of a cheaper LED portable option, then you can get a portable LED light that works really well. As far as the portable light, you can get a pretty bright portable light for your camera from around $60 to $100 as well. So you have your camera body, you have your nice lens, you have your lighting. One second, my brother's calling. Hello? I'm filming right now. Okay. I'll wrap it up. I'll try to talk fast. So you have your camera body, you have your lens attached to your camera body, and you have your lighting for your photos. Now there's just some little accessories that you might want to make sure that you have. Number one is a memory card. You guys definitely want a memory card, or else you can't shoot either. I know there's so many different things you have to add. So a memory card, these little SD memory cards, they hold all of your photos. It's like a little hard drive / thumb drive for your camera. I also suggest getting a little memory card holder. I believe I got this one off of Amazon. This is Think Tank. Saved my life. I used to not have a memory card holder. I used to have them like in my wallet and all over the place. So this is definitely something you'd want to invest in. Also, completely up to you. Typically your camera will come with a battery, any battery charger, but just double check that if you're getting a used camera. If your used camera does not come with the battery as well as the charger, then you're going to have to invest in a battery and charger separately. If it does come with one, I would suggest investing in an additional battery. It's helped a lot, especially if you're going on long shoots, to have 2 charged batteries so you can quickly switch those babies. That, you guys, is how to build your beginner photography kit to get started in photography and to get started under $500 for cheap. So you can take all these items, kind of decide where you want to go. If you find a camera body for a nicer camera and it's cheaper than you thought it was going to be, then maybe you can invest in that nicer camera. So it's really up to you, but you want that used camera body. You want a separate lens that's not the kit lens. You want some lighting, either studio lighting, or you can get portable lighting if you're doing outdoor shots. And this is only if you're really shooting outdoors, out at night. If you're shooting outdoors during the day, during golden hour, then you shouldn't have to worry about having a light. You may want to get a reflector though, which is something you can use to control the sun, and those are also extremely affordable. I gotta go. Peace out. Love y'all. Comment below if you learned anything new. Hashtag workthatfam if you get your beginner photographer camera kit. I'll post any suggestions for equipment below. I only post suggestions of equipment that I would try myself or that I have used myself, and I am out.